28th, Sant Shree Dnyaneshwara and Sant Shree Tukaram Endowment Lecture Series and Orientation Workshop. Eminent personalities from various fields were present on this occasion. They shared their valuable thoughts and insights and guided people on variety of topics.
All this leads to a question of where we are heading. So there are both bad and good impacts. So you could, as far as education is concerned, you could think of GPT as a calculator. When calculators came, people were very concerned. They thought, people will lose their math skills. But then instructors and teachers started using calculators as a tool to further enhance the productivity of students. So maybe GPT-4 and its successors and other languages like Llama and so on will probably become tools for us to do better and better, be more productive, and concentrate on things which are more important rather than rote learning, which many of the students do now. But there are also very important drawbacks which all these large language models have had, and that goes back to what I already hinted about, was hallucinations, stating wrong facts. So that really had one major issue, that how and also before I go further, also we have these using again such GPT models and so on. We also have this whole business of deepfake videos and deepfake audios. So now, just by listening to few minutes of your audio, and many of us have audios, recorded somewhere or the other, so on the YouTube and everywhere else. So just using that, people are able to clone very easily your voice. And there are also, in the US, you have some banking systems where they use voice authentication to authenticate whether you are the correct person, trying to operate the account. And these deepfake audios have been able to fool those systems in trying to, make them believe that they are talking to the right persons. We also have this much more, worrying thing where using these deepfake audios of children of parents, they then are able to make calls to the parents saying that, I am in trouble, I have been kidnapped, please immediately send money to this account. Only then I'll be released. So these are very worrisome trends. Then you have this whole, field of fake news. So similarly, you have deepfake videos. We have, recent deepfake video which crossed a lot of, got a lot of publicity recently. So that again tells you that you can easily create a deepfake video of anyone. And so where are we heading because of all these, troubling developments? So that brings us, to the whole concept of going into this AI world, the brave new world of AI. What is truth? You come to this fundamental question. Now, what is going to be the truth? How are you going to determine something is true? Because what is happening is, as AI starts generating more and more of these responses, they also become part of the internet. Okay, and many of these responses are also hallucinations, so they are wrong responses. But they also become part of the corpus on which the next generation of large language models are trained. And these large language models then think of these as facts, even though there were hallucinations created by previous versions of large language models. So soon, as a percentage of output created by all these large language models becomes larger and larger, then you won't even have a definite concept of truth any longer. Then you can see we are in deep trouble from a philosophical viewpoint or from any viewpoint. So you start questioning what you see, whether it is true or not. So the only thing you probably still can believe is what you see with your own eyes. Okay, or hear, see with your own eyes on a live world. You can't believe anything you see on your eyes on YouTube or social media, but anything you see like this, maybe in this room, maybe you can believe that that is true. But that experience is very limited, as we know. More and more people are spending, especially the younger generation, are spending most of their time on social media. That is their world. they're spending their whole time on the virtual world and not in the real world. They're not interacting with others. That is a big problem among students. They're all, we have all seen, bunch of family members sitting together at the dining table, each with their iPhone and, looking into the iPhone and not talking to each other. So this, when you rely more and more on social media, and even more importantly, people are relying on social media for news, that is even more worrisome. So with all these deep fake videos and news coming out, where is truth? How are you going to determine something is true or not? So that is a very fundamental problem that we are going to face going forward. How are you going to establish credibility of anything that you see in the world? Because these videos are becoming so good as we go along, and especially photos are much better. So with all these stable diffusion and all these models that we have, this may be the fundamental challenge that we are going to face as we go along. But that doesn't mean that we completely, we try to stop AI, because there are also a lot of good things which happen. For example, you might have heard of AlphaFold program, the AlphaFold 2 especially, which was able to determine the structure of proteins for practically all proteins, not just proteins found in humans, but also in all other animals. Okay, that is something the scientists have been struggling to do for decades. But within a few months, it was able to solve the entire structure. And that used a lot of reinforcement learning, which is not like the large language model, but another type of artificial intelligence. So that is the power of AI. Okay? And in healthcare, you see more and more that decisions are being made with the assistance of AI. So because the AI tools are able to read all case reports, all medical case reports which have appeared in all journals, which is impossible for any single doctor to do. So they are able to diagnose very rare cases and so on much more easily than doctors. Or you can read the radiological reports. They are able to identify very subtle patterns which would have been missed by even an experienced radiologist. But again, all this have to always be validated by a human doctor. You never can get away from a human doctor as of now. But this again shows the power of AI. Now you have, for example, Argonne is building the world's most powerful computer, and it's going to put AI on it and connect it with an automated lab. And what this system is going to do is, this AI in the world's most powerful supercomputer, once it becomes live very soon, that is going to go through all possible drug molecules, candidates for drug molecules, find out which are the most promising candidates, and then that sends it to the automated lab, and the automated lab then does all the lab testing. So there's no human being involved at all in this. Everything is done by computers, completely automated, which will work 24/7. So this is another, way one can accelerate the development of science and research, especially into diseases. So you see some good developments, you see some bad developments. So you also worry about how things are, what we should do, how we should regulate. So US has come out with the AI policy for regulating it. So India also has some policies with these. So everybody is trying to see how to regulate AI without stifling innovation, because you don't want to over-regulate it and stifle innovation so that no progress happens. But then you also have to think about, again, coming back to this truth. What is truth? If you look at any photo that you have taken, even if you have not altered anything, so again you have to see, because is that the real truth? Even there, if you look at the fundamental question, because what is happening when you take it using your iPhone camera is that photons are being detected by these sensors, and they do a lot of processing to convert those photons into images. Okay, so in that sense, reality is being distorted.